Hewison here, co-founder of Market Club, with your midday market update for Friday, the 16th of March. Well, this week caps off an amazing week in the equity markets. Apple launches its new iPad today. We'll also take a closer look at that stock through the eyes of our trade triangles. We also gave you a clue yesterday to a market-moving share that the trade triangles picked out, and we'll be looking at that stock also today. Also in the winning and losing sectors, you've got the consumer goods down, you've got services down, but however, you have a lot of other ones that are up on the week. Also, we have three stocks on the move today. National Oilwell, Varco, symbol NOV, Noble Corp, and Bank of America, surprisingly enough. Did Market Club's Trade Triangle Technology get it right on these three stocks? We'll be taking a little look at those. But first, maybe you should consider Market Club's personal one-on-one coaching. Is it right for you? It's a free call and a free consultation. So give us a call today, 877-219-1482, and we'll be able to answer all the questions you have on our personal one-on-one Market Club coaching program. So let's go to the stocks and our portfolio. Of course, the first stock we're going to mention is RIG. This is what we talked about yesterday in our 1 p.m. update. As you can see, it's up 4.5% today, plus 100. Let's just take a quick look at the chart. And as you know, if you missed the show yesterday, you missed actually a very, very good signal. And the signal was, let's just go on a daily chart. The signal was we had a right here, you can see at 54.90. The market's trading at 58.60. Great signal. The market's on its move. Looks like it's headed to 60, where it's had problems before, but it's a very good close for the week on RIG. Here are all our signals, plus 100. And as I scope this, you'll be able to see exactly what we're looking at right now. So it looks like it's really, really doing very, very well at the moment. So let's go to our next market. And the next market we're looking at is Apple. Apple, of course, launched its iPad today. Market's unchanged. Now, this is something really to be concerned about. The early lines were not as big as they expected. A lot of people ordered online, but look at the action yesterday. And let's scope this in so we can see this action yesterday in Apple. We talked about this briefly yesterday, but this is not necessarily a good sign. I would say if Apple closes today below 575 or even below yesterday's closing price, which is 585, or pretty close to that right now, I would say this is probably a interim top, very similar to the tops we've seen here and here. There's 11 days between each of these highs. And so each time we've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, maybe a couple of days, but every time Apple's launched a product, it's had about a 3% pullback from the highs. So let's see how that plays out. But generally speaking, the trend is your friend. If you're looking at a weekly chart, you look at this weekly chart, it looks like a juggernaut. Of course, it just every week, boom, 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 going higher, 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 higher. So let's go to back to our portfolio, and let's look at the S&P 500 cash. Obviously higher for the week, over 1,400 on the S&P 500, which is the first time in quite some time. This is a weekly chart. Of course, we can go back several years. Let's just take off some of these. We leave the monthlies on, no big deal. But we're back to these levels back here that were seen in 08, June of 08. So the market's doing remarkably well. And every time we've had a move, you can see here, that was our first buy signal. It lasts quite a while, so we still have some time going on this. We're looking for April or early May for this market to trade around the 1,500 level. And whether it gets there or not will have to be seen, but the trend is very definitely up, and this is a strong close today. So also, we'll miss the NASDAQ and the Dow because this is pretty much the same thing going on there. A lot of people are friendly to equities, and we're expecting this market to go higher. So let's go to our next market, and that's going to be silver. Now, silver isn't really doing that well. We didn't expect it to do well because it's really been under pressure. But you can see really silver is, let me just take this off the screen, and let's get closer up because this has been, you can see this is the weekly chart. Of course, we're going to close lower for the week, the lowest close we've seen in about 7 or 8 weeks in this market, but even if you're looking at the daily chart, it still does not look good. We're looking for this market to move down to about the 30-40 area, which is a little bit lower. I think this market's going to be on the defensive until the end of March, maybe a little longer, but that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this market to be really sort of rolling over, similar to this, but not getting as low as 27 or 26, but somewhere in the 30 range. It's going to match this area here. So let's see how that plays out, and we'll go from there. So next market we're going to look at is going to be gold. Gold's under a lot of pressure. It's down about 0.5% today. 1654 currently trading in a minus 90, meaning a strong downtrend. And as you can see right now, it's really not acting that well. It's certainly lower on the week. If you look, it's a 9-week low, I think, on gold. And it looks like you can see another push down to maybe the 1620, 1600 level. 1620, 1617 is about a 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. We are getting into the oversold condition. A little bit of a bullish divergence here, so we have to be careful of that. But nonetheless, it doesn't seem to be anything going on today to push this market much higher. So let's go to our next market, copper. Copper is interesting. There's a plus 65 indicating a trading range. And as we've said before, quite often, this market is really in a sort of a sideways mode, and it really needs to develop in a trend. Longer term, we're thinking this market's going to go higher, but again, it's the indicators aren't quite there yet. We've got our monthly trade triangle in there, but the weekly is still lagging, so it gives you that 65 rating. So I think we're going to see this market improve from these current levels. So let's see what happens. Next week's going to be an interesting week, but it is lower for the week, and that's the important thing to remember. Crude oil, this is going to be the big one. This is huge in my opinion, and this is where I want to spend the time today if I can get everything worked out here. So let's just put that over there, and let me just see if I can get this, let's see if we can get this working. Yep, let's just get our tools here. This is the move we're looking at. So here's a low here and here. And this is what we've measured out today, and this is what I'm thinking is going on. So here's a low, as we said, and a low right here. So you measure this out to there, you go up to here. It's about the same distance. Now, yesterday they announced they're going to have this alert down because the strategic reserves that was rumored, that was a planted story in Reuters. Obviously, the market came right back. It's higher today. It's over yesterday's high, acting extremely well. And I think the other thing we want to see this market do is to really come over this line here. I think next week we'll see this market break through, maybe even the weekend. I don't think anyone wants to go home short this market because of the following reasons. And if we scope this out a little bit further, let me take this off the screen and go down here like this, so you can see the whole chart. And let's get some a little bit more under this chart. Let's take maybe 1 year should be more than enough. And let's just do a line chart. And this is what we've been drawing quite often in this market. And this is a very powerful formation, and you should not ignore it. In my humble opinion, you should not ignore this formation. So we've drawn this before. So here we are. Here's this. So this is where we're looking at. This is the line right here. This is the breakout, which we told you about. It's on our video. You can see it on our website, on our blog. So this is a breakout right here. The market came back, tested this lows here. I would say if we see this market break out over these levels, and I think it's going to happen next week, much like we see it breaking out like here, and we've seen it break out in other periods as well. So this is a very important line, but the formation is strong enough to carry this market up to the 120, 125 level if nothing happens in the Middle East. That's the target zone, $120 a barrel, $125 a barrel. And I think if we take out the 110 level, which is right here, then we'll clearly start to accelerate to the upside. So looking at the USO, you can look at crude oil futures. You can look at some of the like TSO, VLO, some of the rig, for example, is obviously ocean engineering. That's the people that dig these big platforms offshore. They all look very, very good, and I think it's partly because of this huge energy base that we have here that's going to really push this market higher. And no pun intended, but this is what we consider to be an energy field, meaning there's lots of energy here below the market that's going to push it higher. So let's clear the screen, go to our next market. Obviously, you can see we're very positive on this market. And let's go to our next market, and we're going to be looking at, let's clear the screen, we're going to be looking at the euro dollar. Now, the euro dollar is interesting. Excuse me, this is not the euro dollar. This is the euro dollar. I actually want to look at the index, the U.S. dollar index, because the U.S. dollar index is actually lower for the week, which is somewhat of a surprise to me. I thought we'd see this market higher, but you can see we're just barely lower, depending where we close today. If we close over 80, then that's a different story. But we closed last week at 79.97. It's 79.75, so it looks a little bit unchanged. But if we close over 80, then it obviously changes this. We still have quite a few hours left to trade, but still a plus 90. The trend is up, and the dollar is still king in my book right now. So let's go back to the markets. Let's look at the CRB index. Again, the CRB index, if you look at the CRB index just on a weekly basis, it is really kind of going nowhere. You can see the monthly kicked in about a month ago, 323, currently trading at 317. We've been talking about this market finding good support around the 315, 314 level, and this is the 315 level right here. So every time it's gotten down here, it's kind of found good support. So I think that's going to hold true, and I think eventually when crude oil goes to 120, 125, this is going to go higher, and that's going to be a big inflation clarion call to everybody in the United States and probably the rest of the world. So let's clear the screen and go to our next market. And the next market we're going to look at some stocks that are on the move. And the first one is National Oilwell Varco, and the symbol is NOV. This plays very well into our scenario for higher crude oil prices. This stock is up 4.81%. And you can see, did we get it right? Yes, we got the monthly right here. This is at 76.05. It's currently trading at 84, and it looks like it wants to go higher. And also, this is clearly not right. This one particular arrow, that should be, it's a weekly, excuse me. I have to go to the daily. Let me go to the daily. That will clarify that. Yeah, so here we are. Yeah, there's the weekly, and we've got to wait for that. But nonetheless, the longer-term trend, again, you've got this really big energy field under this market. I mean, you just don't see trends like this that are developing, and it takes a long time to build this energy field. So I think we'll see this market go higher, but generally speaking, the monthly trade trial has had this one right. It looks like it's going to head up and test the highs. Let's go to our next market. This is Noble, and this is a market that's making new highs. You can see that. Put our trade triangles in. Everything's positive. You can see where we got long at 37.93. The market's currently trading at 41. But also, if we put our weeklies in, you can see we get long the weeklies right here. Now, what this means is you filter your trades. And let me give you an example of how that works. Let me just get my drawing tool on. This is one of the cool things with MarketClub that you can do, and it's not that difficult. Right here, at this point in time, the trend was bullish. Okay, so basically the green trade triangle, this one right here, indicates the longer term trends. This is a short term trend, meaning you would have gotten out if you were an intermediate term trader, you would have gotten out, you would have stayed out on the sidelines, and you would have gotten in right here at 32.02. Market's currently trading at 41, so you've got a nice move up. You would have avoided this downside. The advantage of trading with the intermediate term trends, you sometimes are out of the market when it has a pullback like this. But the disadvantage is you're going to trade a little more. That's the other side of the coin. But generally speaking, if you're just trading on the trade triangles themselves, like the monthlies, there's one here, And let's see where the last monthly is. Right here. So they don't come that often. And when they do, you want to pay attention to them because this one obviously was a negative one. You would have gotten short this market. If you want to trade on the short side, you would have covered that position right here. You'd have got short again, cover the position, and then you had a reversal in the trend. That's how you trade the trade triangles and stocks. We have it all written down. It's not rocket science. You just have to follow the rules, and you will make money. So let's go to the next market we're looking at. And this Bank of America, plus 100. It's currently trading at 958. Now, remember when this stock was trading in the fives. So let's go to the charts and look at this market and see what's going on. So here's a daily chart. And guess what? The low was, I'm going to put a candlestick chart in. You can see the trend was clearly down here. So we had a signal right here at 603. We would have covered that at 563. We made a 40-cent profit on a stock that was trading at 603. Long or out of the market here at 563. You're long at 743. The market's traveling at 9. You're doing very, very, very well in this stock. And of course, if you look where we got short this stock, the last monthly signal was here at 1316, covered here at 1120. So it's about a $2 profit there. You're short again at 1048. You're out at 685. Again, you're catching big moves using the trade triangles. So remember, the trade triangles are there to help you, and is one-on-one Market Club coaching right for you when you learn all about the trade triangles. It's a free consultation. Here's the number, 877-219-1482. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about our trade triangles and how it can help you be a winner in 2012 and every year thereafter. I'll be back tomorrow with my weekend update. Have a great trading day.